It's me again, another day. I keep coming up with these stories, and I try to think of something that might be interesting, something that I've done that's interesting that I could share it with you. And I would like it if you would go to my subscribe or go to my comment page and view me and tell me something that you would like to me to talk about, and I'll try to do some research on it and talk about it. Okay, that's we become best friends. Like that. Today, I'm going to talk about escalators and elevators. Now, before a lot of people can't do stairs. I'm one of them. Those stairs on the subway, the stairs in a lot of people's houses got these high stairs. The stairs, you got to go into the house on these stairs. You got to go up the stairs. When you get in there, you got to go stairs everywhere. It's elevators. Sometimes you get on the train. My God, there's so many stairs. It's just too much. So, and handicapped people are really at a disadvantage. So that they have decided to make elevators elevators for a lot of handicapped people to be able to get around too, because they want to come out the house and they want to get around and go places and do things without any aid. And with the elevator, at different subway stops, it could allow them to come out the house, get on the elevator, get right on the train, go where they want to go, come out and just go. And so it's good. It's good for them. It's good for everybody. If the handicapped people want to feel, just like the regular people, they don't want to. Sometimes they don't want people doing things with them all the time. All get helpless. They want to be independent. They got the senior citizens community centers and everything for the seniors to come out, and they got the accessoride, and for you to get where you're going by accessoride. And they got the senior citizen places that have their own trucks and that take you all over the place for different things. So you don't have to be dependent on nobody. They help each other out, really. And it makes you feel like a human being. You don't have to depend on your family or sit in your room or your house and depend on your family to come over and do something for you. Feel sorry for you. Get on out there and you're just as independent as them with the help of organizations. The organization that help the senior citizen, they're doing all right for themselves. But this is about the story I'm going to tell you today is about the escalator. Escalator. Escalators are used around the world in places where elevators would be impractical, like for people who are obese, like me, might have a problem climbing, physical or mentally handicapped, or people have respiratory problems. Oh, that sounds like me, all right. An escalator is a type of vehicle transportation in the form of a moving staircase, which carries people between floors of a building. It consists of a motor-driven chain of individual linked steps on a track, which cycles on a pair of tracks, which keeps them horizontal. They have the capacity to move large numbers of people. They can be placed in the same physical space as a staircase. They can be used to guide people upwards, main exits, or special exhibits. Escalators can be very confusing, joyful, frightening, but most of all, convenient. I went to Belize in Central America. It is an undeveloped country. It does not have much technology to speak of, but a lot of nature. This particular time when I was there, they had put an escalator in a department store, and people came from miles around just to see it. They were so excited to see moving stairs. Oh my God. It doesn't take much to please people in something they have no knowledge of. You know, there was just nothing there. They had somebody put a traffic light in, one traffic light, and people came. They were so excited about the light stopping them and then going again, and they were excited about that. So anything new, anything new. When I went to Roosevelt Island in Manhattan, I experienced escalators going deep into the underground. I wondered how in the world did they dig so deep? But they have their ways. They are beautiful and work in sync with each other. It is so deep that you have to take three escalators from the F train platform to the main floor exit. I find it simply amazing. Roosevelt Island F train station is beautiful and well maintained. I was in Trump Plaza Casino in Atlantic City this day when I saw an elderly lady get on the escalator. And when she misjudged the rising steps or changing of the step formation, she got confused and panicked and thought she was going to fall. I can understand that. as the escalator kept ascending. I immediately ran up the escalator to comfort her and steady her nerves. Shortly afterwards, a security guard ran up too. I think he thought I was robbing or assaulting the lady until she said, "Oh, thank you so much." I saw this man who was trying to make some easy money in a scheme to sue the store and escalator company for a lot of money. So he would walk up to the escalator and fall back to say it made him fall. I don't know the results of this situation, but this same man will walk through moving traffic trying to make a car hit him. He was a small man with a big fat wife who threatened and terrorized him for more money, that he would do anything to please her. She came to the job and took his whole paycheck and gave him enough money for a car fare home and to buy a newspaper every day to bring home. She told him he was too fat already. He didn't need to eat no lunch and didn't need to eat lunch. So he was so hungry all the time that he would go into the refrigerator and steal the other workers' lunch. I thought to myself, some people have more problems than I do. Oh, keep it moving better because everybody got to deal with their own problems. With the invention of the escalator brings expanding store space. The contractor can build up instead of out, and that is good for the city where space is limited and very expensive. More stores can be built, more floors can be built, more people employed, and hopefully more revenue will be generated for the city and the state. I was running with a walker to meet my girlfriend who was we were going to Tropicana in Atlantic City. So I was running this day with my walker. So I was running late to reach my girlfriend who was waiting for me at Port Authority, 41st Street. We were going to Tropicana Gamma Casino in Atlantic City for 2 nights. I had a caregiver to take for my sick husband at home. My bags packed, and all I could think of was me time. Hey, we had 2 free nights, theater tickets, restaurant with food and drinks for free, the latest IMAX movie, free admission to Tango Dance Hall, free indoor swimming pool with drinks and food served to you while you lounge around the pool under an umbrella with music constantly playing. Well, I didn't want to miss this a away, and I didn't want to miss this getaway, and I only had 10 minutes to get inside Port Authority 40th Street, buy my ticket, walk over to the 41st Street building, then get an elevator to meet her downstairs at gate 79 for the 11:30 a.m. Greyhound bus. If I didn't meet her at gate 79, I would not know how to reach her. I didn't know how to reach her to get to our room because the phone didn't seem to work inside the casino. I was huffing and puffing and with my walker and suitcase sitting on top of me. I was huffing and puffing with my walker and suitcase sitting on top of it, on top of the walker. When I reached an escalator to take me upstairs to buy my ticket, so I decided to put myself, walker, and suitcase on the escalator instead of going a little further and getting the elevator to take me to the second floor for the ticket. As I was trying to get off the escalator, the two front wheels didn't clear the top step, and by the escalator ascending, it knocked me up and on the top of my walker with the suitcase on top of me. I felt like a fool, but kept my cool. Since I didn't have any broken bones or lose anything, I told the two policemen that helped me up that I was okay. I'm okay, officer. Are you sure, madam? Yes, I'm sure. I'm fine. I'm fine. Because we'll take you to the hospital. I said, no, no, don't take me to the hospital. Thank you. They proceeded to limp. Then I proceeded to limp myself to the ticket booth. I just went to that ticket booth. The line was not too long, and I bought my ticket. Then I limped to the new building on 41st Street and limped to the elevator for gate 79 downstairs. When I reached, the bus was loading, and my girlfriend was on the bus, wondering what the hell happened to me. She was looking all over me, but I never showed up. I looked so disarrayed that she didn't at first recognize me until I called her name, and she smiled and said, "Girl, you always late." Yeah, you always late, you know. Yeah, I know that was a fine thing for her to say, but she don't know what a hard time I had getting there. Yeah, I'm always late, all right. But I didn't want to miss her, and I didn't want to miss my getaway, and I didn't want to miss my me time, because you have so much to do and you don't have a lot of pleasure in your life. And you get an opportunity to have a little pleasure, then you're going to take advantage of it. And so I did. In London, we stayed at the Gouverneur Hotel, which was downtown Abbey and right around the corner from Buckingham Palace. We felt centered where we could travel throughout London with ease. But the one thing I remember was the deep, deep escalators that were used during World War II, and people had to use the escalators to stay alive because London was bombed by the Germans and everything. So okay, that was enough for me to tell you about the elevator. So I will see you another time, and thank you, thanks for putting up with me. All right.